The next presenter is Dr. Fabrizio Ceschin.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Fabrizio. I work at Brunel University, London, as a lecturer in the design department. My background is in product design. I did that at Politecnico di Milano University. After my master, I started working in the Design for Sustainability research group at Politecnico di Milano. And then after 3 years of research assistant, I decided to start a PhD. And after that, basically, I moved to London 3 years ago. My research interests are basically two. First of all, design for sustainability, and in particular, product service system design. And the second one is co-design approaches and techniques. So how to engage different stakeholders in participatory approaches. Brunel Design, well, it's a relatively small department, but is characterized by multidisciplinary. And we have, well, we deliver a few design programs, 3 undergraduate programs and 3 master programs. And we have a range of quite diverse research projects spanning from sustainability, human-centered design, biomimetics, additive manufacturing, and so on. In terms of research projects, when I start working at Politecnico di Milano, because of my background in product design, I started focusing on product eco-design, and in particular in the development of methods and tools to support design and into integrating environmental requirements into product design processes. And we also collaborated with several companies with the aim on investigating how these tools can be adopted and implemented into their design processes. Then I started working on product service system innovations. Again, the main focus was the development of design tools and methods. The main focus was on the front-end part of the innovation process. So basically, how to understand the user, how to trigger idea generation and concept development, how to engage the user and the other stakeholders in the co-design and participatory project. I also took part in the Learning Network of Sustainability European project, which was about disseminating the teaching of product service system design in Asian universities. And well, the theoretical focus on methods and tools has been always coupled with practical applications. For example, I was part of the team who worked on the Green Move project, which was funded by the Italian government and was about designing, prototyping and piloting a peer-to-peer vehicle sharing system. So basically a system where customers can allow other customers to use their own cars. And in particular, I was in charge of the development of the service proposition and the overall business model. But more in general, we also collaborated with several Italian SMEs and multinational companies. And again, the main focus was to understand how to integrate into their processes product service system design tools and methods. In my PhD, I explored the barriers that some product service systems, in particular in the B2C sector, face when they have to be implemented in relation to cultural barrier, regulatory barrier, or barriers at a company level. And drawing upon transition management theories and strategic niche management theories, I propose the use of protected socio-technical experiments as a way to gradually implement, incubate, test, and scale up radical product service system innovations. I also worked on projects which are more focused on the social aspects of sustainability. So, for example, this is an European project which focused on exploring the issue of social inclusion of elderly people, and in particular we designed and prototyped a solution to foster the intergenerational dialogue between elderly and youngsters, in particular focusing in the urban, in the city context. And from a research point of view, I think it was also interesting because we developed some methods and techniques to engage with elderly people in the design process. When I moved to Brunel, the first project in which I worked was a quite small feasibility study funded by Innovate UK in collaboration with Kingfisher. And basically it was about identifying strategies to support design for disassembly for the power tools. So we developed and prototyped a set of design for disassemble strategy, and we were able to reduce disassembly time to 10%. And this is key important if we want to enable a circular economy business model or product service system innovation. I'm currently working in a European project on product service system applied to distributed renewable energies. And this is in particular focusing on a business model for energy access in low-income African context. And the specific contribution of Brunel University in this project is the development of design tools to support SMEs. And the idea here is to try to translate the complexity of the topic into some very easy to use and visual tools. So you can see some examples here through which SMEs can start to think about product service system business models. So we tested and refined these tools in a set of experiments with companies in South Africa, Botswana, and in a couple of weeks we are going to Kenya to work with around 20 companies in that. And I think it's good because these tools have been already integrated into some training courses which are delivered by some industrial associations in Africa, and I think it's good in terms of the impact and diffusion of the tools. Another project which has basically just started is about product service system and distributed manufacturing. So here we are trying to understand how the new paradigm of additive and distributed manufacturing can be used in combination with product service system, so to make them more efficient, effective, and in the end more sustainable. Another project, well, this is not very much linked to sustainability, but I think it's anyhow interesting, is a relatively big EPSRC 5-year project, which is about open innovation and crowdsourcing. So here basically we are working with food manufacturers and food packaging manufacturers, and we are developing and prototyping some digital platforms and tools to allow these companies to engage more directly with consumers. The problem they are facing at the moment is that most of the product they launch fails after a couple of years. So with these platforms, the idea is to allow companies to get feedback, ideas, advices throughout the whole product development process. And then a project which has been awarded just a couple of days ago, funded by the British Council. This is in collaboration with the University of Porto Alegre in Brazil and a few NGOs working in Brazilian slums. And the aim is to improve in the skills and knowledge of these NGOs, in particular in relation to co-design and participatory approaches. publication very quickly. These are just some of my publications linked to my PhD. I'm working on a few papers. One is related to trying to map the evolution of design for sustainability in the past 20 years, how the discipline has evolved, what kind of approaches have been generated in the past years. There are a few papers in the pipeline related to the African projects. One has been accepted by the Energy for Sustainable Development journal, and we have a few papers also in relation to the open food crowdsourcing project. Very quickly in relation to teaching, this is all the modules I teach. Environmentally sensitive design at undergraduate level and sustainable design. Basically, these are not focused on product service system. We deliver a range of design for sustainability approaches, eco-design, design for behavior change, biomimetics, and also product service system design. But I'm part of a team who is in charge of redesigning our master programs, and I'm lobbying to have a module focusing exclusively on product service system design. Okay, and basically this is it. I want to thank the funding bodies and especially the organizers for the nice and well organized event. Thank you very much.